In this video, I'll show you how to use Robinhood Wallet. I'll leave the timestamps down in the description if you want to skip around, but I'll show you how to set up the wallet, get some crypto in here, swap some coins, and then get the crypto back out again. If you're brand new to crypto and wallets, then you'll need to create a brand new wallet right here. Down at the bottom, just press create new wallet. I'll go through that in a second, but if you already have a wallet set up with another provider, Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, Phantom, something like that, you should have a 12 to 24 word recovery phrase, which is the way that you back up your wallet. If you've got that, you can just import your existing wallet and all of your balances into Robinhood. So down at the bottom, press import wallet. You won't be able to see this, but it's just a box where you can input your phrase. So get those 12 to 24 words, input them, and then all of your existing balances will be showing up in Robinhood Wallet. If you need to create a brand new wallet, you can do this as well. So down at the bottom, just press create new wallet. So we'll do that, and it says protect your wallet with Face ID. So I'll enable that, no problem. And then from here, what it's actually done is immediately created the wallet for me. Now, the 12 to 24 word phrase, known as a recovery phrase, is the wallet, right? It's the master key to the wallet. So if you have that phrase, you can delete the app on your phone and then just recover your existing wallet with that phrase. And if you need to reload your wallet into a different wallet provider, you'll need that phrase as well. That phrase has already been created, and now it's asking me how I want to back this up. You can press remind me later and it's just not going to go through anything. But let's say that I want to back up now. There's two ways. You can back it up to iCloud. So that stores the file in your iCloud account. Now, depending how you set up your iCloud, you may or may not want to do that. So if your iCloud does get hacked somehow and they gain the recovery phrase, then they have access to your wallet, right? Because whoever has that phrase has access to the wallet. So most people go to back up manually. That has some issues as well if you lose the phrase or anything. So choose one of these. But you can back it up. Now, if you back it up to iCloud, it's just going to scan your Face ID or Android as well and just store it in your cloud. Back up manually, it's literally going to show you the words and you have to write them down. So let's say back up manually. Again, this is blacked out, but here are my words. So if I write those down, that's the backup to the wallet. And then if I want to reload the wallet again, if I download the app afresh or if I use a different device, I can just reload my wallet via those words. So you can write this down as you wish, press continue. And I say, yes, I'm all set. Don't worry, you can find this phrase again within the app. So I'm going to press yes, all set, and no notifications. Let's go. So that has loaded the wallet for me. It's created brand new wallet addresses, and the backup phrase, I can get to that via the settings as well. I'll show you the settings page then, which also gives us all of our wallet addresses. So top left, if you click the drop down menu, and then you can see your Ethereum address here. Now, the Ethereum address is the same address across all of these different chains that are supported. So you've got the new Robinhood chain, Ethereum mainnet, Base, BNB, Arbitrum, and some others, right? They all share the same address, even though they're different blockchains. If you send an asset to your Ethereum address, depending what chain that you use, that's where it's going to be in your wallet. Now, the balances aren't fungible between the different blockchains. So if I've got some USDC on the Ethereum mainnet, I can't use that on the Robinhood chain, for example, right? Even though it's the same address, the chains aren't fungible. And you've got some other coins down here as well. If you want to get to your backups and security, that's just in the middle here where it says backups. So click that. And what you can do is secret recovery phrase. If you press that, it's going to go through, scan your face if you set that up, or Touch ID or whatever you have, and then it's going to show you your recovery phrase again. Recovery phrase is the main thing, right? Because whoever has that has access to the wallet. So as long as you have it and you keep it safe, no problem. If anyone else has it, it's an issue because they can gain access to your wallet as well. Robinhood Wallet does have a buy crypto feature. So if you don't have any crypto at all, and then you want some fresh crypto into your wallet and you want to buy it, you can do that with a credit or debit card. Now, I wouldn't recommend this, but I'll show you the option. So it's actually the deposit feature where it says deposit here in the middle. If I just click that, it's going to ask you what you want to deposit, and it's only these options. So basically, you've got a couple of stable coins here, but that's not going to be useful either because if you don't have any crypto at all, whenever you use a blockchain, you need to pay for gas fees, which is just the network fee. And you pay the network fee in the layer 1 coin of the network that you're using. So if you're using the Ethereum network or the Robinhood network, Optimism, Arbitrum, and a few others, you'll use ETH for gas. So you need some ETH in your wallet to use those networks. And then you can buy some stable coins as well to send them around. But obviously, if you send them around, you have to pay for the gas fee in ETH. Bitcoin is the Bitcoin network, so you can just buy that directly, no problem. So if we choose one of these assets, for example, Ethereum, it says you don't have any, do you want to go ahead and buy? And you can see I've got an error. I'm in a region that it probably doesn't support. But it's going through to some third-party provider called Sardine, which will take a debit card from you you buy it. The fees are outrageous, so I wouldn't recommend it. Obviously, everyone these days has a crypto exchange, right? Something like Kraken, OKX, Bybit, Binance, something like that. Whichever region that you're in, you'll have a quality provider. Just choose that one. I'll leave some links below to the exchanges I use. You can get some deposit and trading bonuses on those, but it's much better to just buy at a proper centralized exchange and then just withdraw from the centralized exchange into your wallet. I've also got some video guides on exactly how to do that. I'll link everything in the description below. I'll show you depositing crypto into Robinhood Wallet from a centralized exchange, which is what most people are going to do. So I've got my wallet here. I've just reloaded a previous wallet here so that I can see some balances. But what I'm going to do now is actually scroll over to the right and press receive. So I'm going to receive crypto from a centralized exchange. Centralized exchanges are much cheaper to use. You can buy all of the gas coins and everything else. It's just much easier. So once you've set up on a centralized exchange, we're going to press receive. It's now going to give me all of my wallet addresses. So this is where you have to decide which chain that you want to use. Now, maybe in Robinhood Wallet, you want to use Robinhood Chain. That's absolutely fine. On Robinhood Chain, you need to pay for the transaction fees in ETH. So you need to go ahead and buy some Ethereum, ETH coin, and then withdraw it over the Robinhood Chain. Now, not many centralized exchanges support Robinhood Chain right now. So you may find that if you use Robinhood, the exchange app, then that's going to be easy enough. You can actually withdraw it over. Now, I don't. I'm going to use Kraken. I'm going to choose Ethereum here. And this is my Ethereum address no matter what chain that you're using. Now, if you can withdraw over Robinhood Chain, if you want to use that, that's fine. If not, you can actually bridge across networks in the wallet app as well. So for example, if I have some Ethereum on the ETH network, I can pretty easily send that over to Robinhood Chain. In the app, I'll show you that in a second. You're gonna have to pay some transaction fees and stuff for that. So if you can't withdraw from Robinhood Chain because you don't have access, you can still use Ethereum, for example, and bridge it over in the app if you want. So this is my Ethereum address. So I'm going to copy this. Just copy it on the right hand side. So this is my deposit address for ETH, and I can deposit ETH over Robinhood Chain, Ethereum, Base, Arbitrum, Optimism, as you can see. So what I'll do is go over to my centralized exchange. Now I've bought some Ethereum here because I need to pay for gas fees. So I'll go down to withdraw this. So I'll press withdraw in the middle. What do I want to withdraw? I want to withdraw some Ethereum. So that's how I use the app. And you can see here that there is not the Robinhood Chain that is supported. By the time that you're watching this, they may support it, so you'll have to figure that out. But let's say that I want to actually get this over the Ethereum network, so I can press that. And I just have to paste in my address here. So this is the address of my Robinhood wallet that I just copied. Now, because I'm using the Ethereum network, this ETH will be sent over Ethereum mainnet, and it will get into my Robinhood wallet on Ethereum. So I have some balance of ETH on the Ethereum mainnet because I'm using that. If I go back out and I choose a different network, for example, Arbitrum or Optimism or Base, which are all supported in Robinhood Wallet as well, then that Ethereum will be on those networks and you'll have to use those networks because the swaps are different, the tokens are different and everything else. Once you've sent crypto into your wallet, you should see balances that you have, and then it will show you which chains that the crypto is on as well. So if I scroll down here, you can see my holdings. I've got some Ethereum, so let's click into that. And if I just click the drop down, you'll see the chains that it's reading. So I've got some Ethereum on the Arbitrum network. I don't have a balance on Base. Maybe I have a very small balance that it's picking up, but basically it's zero. And if you send on any different networks, it will show you what you have and then the chain that it's on. Now, what you may want to do also is bridge over networks, right? So if you're on Solana and you want to use Robinhood Chain, or if you're on Ethereum and you want to use Robinhood Chain, you can bridge in the wallet app. So let's go out. I'm going to go up to the swap icon on the left-hand side here. And once we've clicked swap, it says swap to. So what do you want to swap to? Well, let's say that I want to get onto Robinhood Chain and I just want some ETH on the Robinhood Chain because I've got some ETH. So I'll just send ETH from a different network into Robinhood Chain. Press Ethereum here. And we're going to ETH on the Robinhood Chain. Top left, I need to switch. So I'm actually going to switch from Arbitrum. I've got some ETH there, as you can see. So what I'm doing, it says swap across networks. So it automatically knows that I want to bridge across different networks because I've chosen that. I've got ETH on Arbitrum. I'm going to bridge that over to ETH on the Robinhood network, and then I can choose an amount. And there will be fees here, right? So you have to swap the coin across different networks, and that fee will show up, and you can decide whether you want to pay that or not. So let's press continue. It should see all of the different fees here. So $5.84 of ETH on Arbitrum, that will go over to an amount on the Robinhood chain. You can see the network fees. It's actually paid for by Robinhood because they've just kind of launched all of this, right? So I'm actually getting that for free. And if you want to swap, just swipe up. And this isn't a swap, this is just a bridge from Arbitrum to Robinhood chain. But you can do that and you can get some assets from the chain that you're on right now into Robinhood. Now, like I said, the other way is if you use Robinhood app, the centralized exchange, you may be able to buy ETH on that and just send it out to your wallet over the Robinhood chain directly. Many people don't have that. So this is how you'd get some ETH or other assets from the chain that you're using now over to the Robinhood chain. You don't need to use the Robinhood chain within the wallet. Now you may want to do because of some coins that are on there versus other networks, but you can use any of these networks, no problem, right? So if you press swap here, you can just stay on any of the networks. So let's say that I want to swap from ETH on Arbitrum to USDC on Arbitrum and an amount here. That's absolutely fine. All of these chains have a DEX that they will use, and you can just see the swap. You can use the DEX on that network, no problem. You can see the fees on Arbitrum are really low as well. So if you've just got some dollars and crypto and maybe some stock tokens and RWA tokens, they pretty much exist on most of the main networks now, right? Arbitrum, Ethereum, BNB chain, Robinhood, you can use it or not as you want. If you want to send crypto out of the app, so you want to cash out and actually get money back into your bank account, then what you need to do is send the crypto from your wallet back into your centralized exchange. The centralized exchange is like the bridge between bank accounts and the fiat world and then blockchains. So what you'll need to do here is send your crypto from the wallet back into whichever centralized exchange that you're using. So press send right here in the middle. And again, what you have to do is figure out where your crypto is and if the centralized exchange can accept it. So right now I've got some Ethereum, so I'll click that. Notice that I have to choose the network now because every network is different. So if I'm sending Ethereum on the Arbitrum network, which is where I have it, let's say that, I need to make sure that where I'm sending this can receive ETH on the Arbitrum network. And so I'm just going to enter the address here. So what we can do is press continue. So it's going to ask to scan my camera. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to enter the address here. So I need to get my deposit address at Kraken. Let's say I want to deposit it back into Kraken or Coinbase or Bybit, OKX, something like that, right? I need my deposit address. I'm sending ETH on the Arbitrum network. So I'll go over to my Kraken address. Now what I want to do is actually deposit. So I'll press deposit left-hand side. I'm depositing ETH, so I'll click that. And I'm using the Arbitrum network. That's where I'm sending it from. So I need to receive it on the Arbitrum network in Kraken. Kraken supports the Arbitrum network, so I'll just click this one. That's my deposit address. I can copy, go back to the wallet, paste in the address here. That's my deposit address for Kraken. Continue, go through. You can send as much ETH or the other coins that you want as long as they're accepted. Like I said, you have to pay a small transaction fee on each of the networks, and you'll need the gas coin on the network that you're using. You can also trade perps within Robinhood Wallet. Perps are where you can trade the price of assets without having to trade them at all. So it's basically a synthetic price feed where you can trade the price of pretty much anything. So what we can do is go to the bottom left in the middle here and click this one. This is perpetuals. Now for me in my region, I want to add funds. It says I'm blocked. So in my region, I can't trade this. Press OK here. But this is where you can put some USDG into the perpetuals exchange. USDG is just another stable coin. I think Robinhood are part of the consortium there. You can swap into USDG if you want on Robinhood Wallet or on a centralized exchange like Kraken. You can get USDG, withdraw it, and then you can just add funds or withdraw. Now, under the hood, you're using the Lighter exchange, which is a perpetual exchange in the US, I think, or a US team that actually make that. But what you can do here is trade asset prices without having to trade the actual asset. Long and short, basically long benefits from the price going up, short benefits from the price going down. You're just taking synthetic exposure on the price. So it's for short-term trading, trying to figure out where the price is going to go. So if that's available in your region, it's pretty easy to just take long and short positions directly within Robinhood Wallet. Swapping coins and trading perps is pretty much all that Robinhood Wallet lets you do right now. Now we can also connect the wallet to any crypto application as well. So bottom right, click the icon here, and then just search for any application that you want to use. And you can connect your wallet directly to it and then do whatever you want. So let's say we want to swap some coins. We'll press Uniswap here. You can swap them within Robinhood Wallet as well. You can do that. But if you prefer using Uniswap directly, or if you want to use 1inch or some other exchange that you prefer, go ahead and connect your wallet. So top right-hand corner, press connect. Robinhood Wallet is the connected app. So I'm going to press connect here. So now my wallet is connected to the app. And we're basically not using Robinhood Wallet at all, apart from to manipulate balances in our account. So I'm just going to press the drop down here. We want to trade some assets. So I've got some ETH. I'll click that. Now I want to get ETH on the Arbitrum network, so I'll click that one. And then select token. I can swap this into something else, for example, USDT. And I can just choose an amount here, like whatever it may be. and I can swap this directly within Uniswap. I might be able to get a better trade in Uniswap than using the Robinhood Wallet app. But if you want to connect to any other app as well, just come out of here, and then you can connect to anything you want and use that directly. And you just use the Robinhood Wallet as basically a browser. I'll leave some other helpful videos on wallets and getting set up on centralized exchanges and buying and selling crypto down in the description below. And exchange deposit bonuses to the exchanges I use will be down there as well. I'm James, this is MoneyZG. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.